proper podcast spot, isn't it? This would actually be a sick podcast spot, imagine. Some lavalier microphone, you sit here.
Exactly.
Like,
so guys,
social distance as well. Oh my god, actually social distance.
look at that shit. We keep it
Social distance podcast.
Yeah. And we're not wearing a diaper, but we can use our hands.
This guy's no face, no case.
No face, no case, no days. Bruh, this is a very good spot. Fuck that. This is actually a very good spot.
The weather is so nice.
It's so
right.
cool.
Today has been so blessed, to be fair.
It's actually quite shit. Oh, it looks like a priest, innit? Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned.
I am actually not a virgin. Sorry, God.
I've lied to all the babes, telling them that I'm a vegan virgin.
And I ate meat. I ate pussy meat.
You're like, oh Lord, I told the girl last night that I was a vegan burger. Oh no. This cool.
Dear Lord, I apologize for pretending to be a virgin and pretending to be gay, and then actually using that to mate with female Homo sapiens. I apologize for leveraging.
Did you actually do that? You tell someone you were gay and they still slept with you, bro. That girl must be like, nah, I'ma tap that ass. I'ma make him straight. And then you're just like, bitch, I'm already straight. I'm deceiving you.
I told her that I squirt and she was like, ooh.
Ooh. You got into bed, you ate her vagina. I was like, ooh, I don't normally do this. And she's like, oh, you're gonna learn today.
Like, not only did she tell me, she took my virginity and she introduced me to like eating boozy. So.
Eating booty. Oh, you did it. Oh, you went through the 3 mounts. Mount, vagina mount. The holy mounts. The triple gates to a woman's heart. You ticked it all off.
Oh man, the chaos.
Days.
It's so nice. I don't understand like why this isn't. That's not used, and I don't understand why there aren't people like chilling on these.
This is a waste of space, bro. Like if I had this space, I would rent it out to people.
Dude, I've actually literally been in bars that are smaller than this space. Have you? Like, you know those small like bars where they have like
stuff outside, and
they
it's
have
just
like 2 tables.
Yeah. And when I went to Birmingham, the shop that I went into this bar, and it was just selling only beer, and they just had like tables outside and people were drinking. And I walked in, and inside was just like literally like 5 steps in and out. I was like, no wonder you have tables outside. But I mean, their beer was so nice. Oh my days. It could make me alcoholic. I can see how people go that way.
I never liked beer, you know.
Yeah, it was peach. It was pear and apricot inside.
Okay.
It was like you did some mastery there. You woke up.
That's the thing, you know, if you get the context right.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be so big. Like in here, you could have actually an event probably.
Oh, definitely.
And like people would be standing there. But the thing is, the people down there, like you can't see on the camera for the podcast listeners. But like you can't see on the camera. But we're actually like above the normal altitude.
Oh yeah.
So like we're kind of like superior right now. Like people who would be out there, they would feel like, oh, you know, we should need to get in there because it's such a small space. There would be like a scarcity. You know, it would be like leveraging the scarcity of the space because you could have the bar here.
Bar there, have like the people that are doing the bar can sit down here and chill for like take your breaks there, and then everyone just have like a rave under the bridge.
Oh my god, that spot would be so nice as well.
That'd be so sick. Have a rave under the bridge. People coming in. If you wanna buy things, you stand over here.
Yeah.
Do the money thing here. They'll give you the drink. You go stand over there. They pass you the drink. Yeah, I like events. I like doing events.
Mate, can we use this spot? Can we like this spot?
We'll talk to them. It's like, yo, look, right, this summer, we have a big ass like place. We just need to keep it hush hush. They'll tell government we will give you the proceeds, like they say 5%. Would that be okay?
It's not being used, is it? 5% is still a good
Yeah,
deal. 5% is 5% more than 0%.
True,
That's how you
exactly.
sell it to them.
And it's better than minus 5%.
You could be going overdraft. There's actually cost to the upkeep otherwise.
Oh,
But,
yeah.
Well, yeah, I think because I'm imagining if I came past you with someone like Damien, shout out Damien, like,
Damian.
the chicken head butter. Like if I was going past you with Damien, or like Jason, or like one of my friends,
Yeah.
like we would see this and if there's music, if I've got a speaker, if there's music playing, and there's like a bit of a vibe going, and there's drinks and stuff, and it's higher, so you can see you'd see it because it's not like on your eye level. You're like, oh, why are they up there and I'm down here?
Yeah.
And then you see music down there, like. You think I could bring my fishing chair, little table, put my beat pad out, mix some beats together, and then you could have like some like bootleg cocktails, bootleg beats, and then people would go, I want to get in on this. Because if I was walking past it, I think this looks exciting actually.
Yeah.
It's very like niche,
Yeah.
very edgy, very quirky,
Zephyr.
very
Because
hipster.
like, if you're doing like clothes by the side there, which is quite hippie, like charity shop already, that's quite a hippie thing. And then have like a bootleg like drinking shit outside, bruh. I would tell them to up their prices to £30.
In Bristol, that's what Bristol's like, isn't it? To be fair, because I noticed that
they
in
have
Bristol.
bootleg shit everywhere. Like it's like they bring this yin and yang and just toss it together, and it works so well.
They do, don't they? Like Bristol, I noticed. Like I think I would be more like, in terms of England, I think I would be more suited in Bristol than in Sheffield. Like when I was there, I felt more at home. Like it seemed like people just don't give a shit.
Oh,
like
yeah.
I mean, they obviously do, but it's like there's a lot of younger people.
Younger people, that's the thing.
And that's like good energy.
Younger people don't. I think nowadays we're in an era where young people don't want to be like their parents and be heavily critical about stuff, even whilst being critical. So, for example, people are more critical about their own self than other people. So, yeah, they're open. Like when we went to Bristol, it was really sick. Like the people there are just like proper vibes.
They're big chills. And just to shout out for the podcast listener out there, that when we say young, we don't mean like too young. We shout out P don'ts, not P do's. So like, just to clarify that fact for the millions of listeners out there.
And for people that didn't understand what we're trying to say, bruh, if you're over the age from we'll say 23, innit? Like, 23. Because I wouldn't even say 21.
Really?
21-year-olds are still like 16-year-olds. When I was 21, I was still a child. Like I just grew up like 2 weeks ago, and I'm 25.
Sorry guys. So you're saying they just closed the window. So you're saying 23 upwards.
Yeah.
23 and me.
23.
Okay. Is that
23 to like 35. I think a 35-year-old can party, but then when you reach like 35 onwards, people start looking at you like, dude.
That's my worry. Like that's actually, you know what? I wish I had pursued my passion like much younger.
Me
like
too.
I don't care because now I'm doing it. But
I
wish I haven't, because all those times, like when I'm like 40.
Yeah.
And I look about 15 now, so hopefully that'll carry. Like I'll get like an extra like plus 10, like minus 10 years, like integer of like the number -10. But like, when I'm like 45, I'm like, actually, I need to go to Miami now as well for this reason, because I'm 27. Like, I'm still young enough to be able to. Well, I'm not even 27. I'm 27 next month. Like, I'm 26. But like, let's go. So like,
when's your birthday?
August 24. Shout out Virgos. Shout out.
The Vegans, the holy trinity of Vegans. The triple V's.
How could you do a triple V with your hands?
You have to have a third brain. You have to do a triple V.
Could it go like that?
Oh yeah, shit. There's a triple V. The triple V, bruh. Like V, then V, then V.
Vegan, virgin, Virgo.
Boom.
Okay, I think it just seemed like. To be honest though, I'm not gonna lie, I find some, like, it gets a bit cliche at some point. When I was in Bristol, I seen people that I thought actually started becoming a bit of a judgmental Judy, and I was just like, I don't know, like there's a certain, like, I would describe myself as like weird. Right?
Oh yeah.
But I like to think that I'm not like fully, like, you know what, like
you're not gone. You're
a lot
like...
of people are Amazon products, you know, like they're in the box, right? They just boxed up, but like. if you go too alternative, if you
Oh,
go
yeah.
too like, you know, like once again with the Renegade Master, like if you go too far, then I think it becomes like you're almost like, I don't know, it just you look at it, it's like am I that character? Like, am I that person that's like, oh yeah, it's one of them?
Oh yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
I
If
get
you
what
look
you
at me,
mean.
you think like, like that's like.
I
That's pretty
don't,
typical.
because I am that weird though. Because I was the other day, I had like a freaking meltdown like 2 days ago, and I was just like, fuck, life is shit. I just like, I was feeling really bad. Like, it was just like the whole concept of death, like just going through it in my head, and it just like came really strong in a very weird way. And I was just like, wow, like fuck, I don't want to be that person that's like 35 but acting like a 20-year-old. But also, if that's my character, if that's how I am, the thing that is stopping me from being that person is that people will criticize me. You know what I mean? There are 35-year-olds that still act like 20-year-olds, but they're still mature in other ways. But they don't want that maturity to define them. So if you have an equal balance between, okay, being childish but also being mature and putting it in the right way to benefit you, like financially, mentally, and however way you want it, then it's fine. Fuck anyone wants to say about that. But apart from that, it's just finding that balance. But that's what they don't teach you.
Jokers with focus. Is that what you're saying? Jokers with focus, clowns with depth. Like I think that's interesting, because I noticed this recently. Like the crowd is very important.
Yeah,
like
definitely.
if you, I started hanging, like I've been trying to meet up with there's a group of like swing dancers, not swingers like the sexual ones, but like maybe they do sexual swinging too. I can't say. But there's like this.
What does sexual swing dancing look like?
Sexual. Well, to be fair, there is a move that they do where they basically lift the person into a 69 position and they spin them around. But the dance is crazy. It's like, it's such a cool dance to watch. It's like very upbeat, like jazz, mostly like jazz music that they dance to, or like swing music. And I saw them in the park, so I went interacted with them, and they were so playful. Like one of the guys that teaches the classes, his name is Edgar. Shout out Edgar, and he's a ballet teacher, and also was teaching the swing classes in Cubanas back in the day. Yeah. And I've really enjoyed that class when he was there, because he's so charismatic, so enthusiastic and playful. And when I saw him in the park, he's very playful. He was like very ADHD ridden like me. And when we went to the bar after, we was all talking, we was having like very deep conversations. But because like me, him, and the girl that was there too. Yeah. Hey, let me try and remember her name, because I don't want to put it on the podcast. We're not remembering her name, because
you know what? It's even better, because it's like you don't remember her name. Boom! That's just like you have to now force yourself to remember it. Go ahead. We give you 5. we give you 5 seconds. Prove that you have a brain.
Fuck. I had a link to her name. I literally specifically tried to remember everyone's names there.
What was the start? Was the letter? First letter.
So the first person at the table I remember was Edgar, but his name is very different. Yeah. And I always think this is unfair with other people too, because if they remember my name, like Omer, it's like it's quite an unusual name, like, and especially for a little white boy as well. So when they see that and they go, okay, actually, like it's not normal. Yeah. So either it would be instantly out of the memory, or it would stick. Yeah. But when I meet people that are called like Dave, and they're like, why didn't you remember my name? Because your name is like, even Dave. Chinese people have your name. Like when they come to the UK, and they're like, nobody can pronounce my name. They just go, it's Dave.
Call me Dave.
You know what I mean?
Oh my days. Like, it's funny, because even in my country we do that. My middle name is Tiffany. Bruh. Tiffany. My parents looked at all the name in the book and said Chidima Tiffany Ugada, and I was like, bruh. I actually went by Tiffany at some point in my life, and I was like, nah, that name does not suit me. I do not look like a Tiffany. I got scammed. Full on scammed.
Scammed at birth. Oh fuck, man. Everyone's name. I was literally at the table, and the thing is, I hate forgetting people's names, because everyone uses that same bullshit excuse. Oh, I'm terrible with names. Well, few people are good with them, I'll have you know, actually. So I was at the table, and I thought, okay, like let's give each person like a characteristic. Oh. And it was like, you know, like eager Edgar, because it just went together, because he was very energetic. Yeah. I said eager Edgar, and then there was a Polish girl there, Julia. Ooh. Julia.
Useful Julia.
It was like Julius Caesar, I think, which is not good. I know it's not a good connection, but Julius Caesar. And then next to her is a guy that I actually already know, Jacob, the giant, even though he's not a giant. But
and then the girl, till now you don't know.
How? I talked to her, like literally, she was sat next to me, I was talking to her, and I apologize, if she's listening, which we know
she probably is.
She probably is.
Let's not do this to ourselves. She probably is never gonna look at this. It's never gonna be on her timeline. It's never gonna be on anything she does.
Well, let's imagine that it is, because this is practice, right?
Apologies.
This is practice. So this is practice, right? So
look into her eyes. Go on there. Look into her eyes.
I actually fell into that then.
Say, hey, baby girl. Hey, babe.
Hey, babe. I'm actually like the thing is, because I talk to her arguably more than anyone else there, even Gregor.
Like he slid into that DM without even sliding into it.
No, she has a boyfriend, and I was respectful of that.
That's
but
the best way to slide into someone's DM. Girl.
Your boyfriend's pretty cute. It's like you get to a girl, you go into a boyfriend's profile, and like all of his pictures. I actually challenge one of our faithful listeners out there.
Yeah, if you want to get a girl to like you, like her boyfriend's picture, she will get concerned that you're hitting on the boyfriend. She will then message you, and then you're like, no, babe, I want you.
Okay, so this girl, it wasn't Sarah, I don't think. Wait, she had quite a distinctive name, I think.
Is it like a British name? Like, is it like a white name, or is it like
I think so. But
like a unique name, like Ebony?
Ebony. That's a porn category on porn.
When British people want to be diverse with their name, they call their child Rianne, Ebony, or Ivory. You just see the whitest kid that can't even get a tan. What's your name, love? Ebony.
Ebony.
What? Ebony. Bruh, do you know what ebony means? That's bleak, bro. That's some dark shit. You're the opposite. Nowadays, no one even think about the name. They just name the child anything. It's brilliant.
I'm still trying to think of that girl's name, because it's something simple like Sarah, simple Sarah. It's like, man. The thing is, I remember so much information. Like, I remember nuanced details about our conversation.
Bianca.
No, I wasn't Bianca. I was like,
Mariam. Matilda.
Like, oh no.
You would remember that. You will remember that. You're like,
yeah, because there's enough bloody places in Sheffield named after it. Like literally, there's an entire right. You know the funniest thing is, like I know, I wish prosperity to you, Matilda, because we know you're watching this anyway, and in the future, and I wish prosperity to Matilda because she's probably one of the few girls that like it was circumstances that separated us.
Oh yeah.
And like legitimately, she was sound and fun, and I actually honestly wish her the best. So like, shout out Matilda, shout out Waltz, and shout out Matilda Street in Sheffield where they give free food to the homeless.
I think I know the name for this podcast. Blast Lane. Welcome to Blast Lane.
Hey, today on Blast Lane we're going to discuss forgetting names and 69 swing parties. This particular spot is so sick as well.
So
and, like
sick.
the ambience, like the fact that like
sun is there, water is there. I feel like I'm in Spain. This is like a bootleg Spain.
And these little things as well. These things here are like, it's so funny, man. It's like an actual set that's being made and just completely void.
If I was an ant, I'll make fire through this.
And if you want to listen to more bullshit, you know, fucking
boom, 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 boom.
ASMR.
I'm back in Sheffield. Chef.
Shout out Chef City and shout out fucking like
Bears.
the Bear family.
Oh,
shout out Bipolar Bears.
There's like a family of bear sculptures
made by
roaming
kiddies
around in the middle of the night in Sheffield, and they just like change location. We are convinced that they do this. We're very convinced that they get up and they. Do you think
someone's gonna vandalize them?
I don't think anyone will. That's like.
It's a low move.
Sick children made that shit. Sick children made that shit. Like, why would you just go, yeah, I'll break its arm? Like, imagine being this sick child that did the sketch for that and then goes on a walk, you know, get discharged And then the mom is like, you want to go see your art, baby? He's like, yeah, mommy.
That would actually be so funny if they found it and it was like laying down sideways.
The hand is like that. The leg is like this.
Someone armbarred there.
The mom is like, oh, close your eyes. The child is like heartbroken. Like, oh, mommy, he's broken. He's gone. Oh, my eyes. Anyway, today we fully realized lavender.
Lavender potential, man. That, to be honest with you, like obviously Damien put me onto that. Shout out Bagheads, and like Damien put me onto the lavender stuff because he just goes around smelling booty it's like a dog. Now can I take that back? If you're watching this, Damien, which let's be honest, what do you think? Do you think he is?
I think he's too busy in his garden. He will not be. Bruh, he's your friend. You should tell me. Is he more likely to watch it?
You know, I actually reckon, like, because Damien is like quite deep as well.
Yeah.
Like, you like me, for me, a lot of comedy. Yeah, like philosophically, like a lot of the things that I play with, it's more like out of an interest of depth.
Yeah,
you know, like
yeah.
I like seeing the Johnny depth and things. So like I'll look around like, oh, actually, like how can I play with it so I can get more out of it. And I think he's quite similar in that sense. So out of all the people, I would say Damien probably is actually one of the few
should
people
we get him down
that
here?
will probably listen to this.
Should we get him down here? He can sit right in the corner.
Oh my god, imagine if you had guests, right? Imagine if you had guests and like you sit there, sit here, and then the guest just has to stand.
He actually works. Look at that. You actually fit in perfectly. That's great. We're definitely doing that. If you're a guest on the blast lane, you have to bring water and stand there. That's it.
And if you're not over 6 foot, swipe left.
Like,
Because apparently that matters.
if you need a chair, bruh, we'll use that.
We should not tell anyone where it is because you could use this spot.
I mean, yeah,
If
true.
one of your friends comes to visit, or if you get a romance, you could say, "Hey, come, you haven't been to Blast Lane? Do you want to take a trip down Blast Lane?"
Do you want to be taken to blast lane, baby girl? I'm gonna take you to a lane that you can blast in.
You're gonna get to this spot. I know he's gonna blast your balls off.
This like double date kind of situation, you know.
Yeah.
You and your babe over there.
Oh my god, it's actually spacious.
That's why I said you can do Big Brother house in here. You and your babe here having like, oh my days, I can't believe it.
Did you see what happened on Love Island? Ebony, did you see when Ebony slapped Kevin in his face?
I was telling my mom about you. I was like, yo, there's this guy, right, that we met. It was such a weird way how we met. When she was like, oh, how did you guys meet? I was like, yeah, basically just walking on the street with Ify and we saw him and we're like, hi. And then we just like started talking. She's like, yeah, that's how I'll imagine you guys to make friends.
You remember my man that turned up as well? That guy with the zoomed in glasses.
Yeah.
Like God bless him, man. He seemed friendly enough, but like his entry was seamless, man.
Whoa! I wish I filmed the way that guy came into. That guy was a character out of dystopia. That kid was lost. He was the definition of lost. He was just walking by, and then he was like, the conversation was so sweet, and he distracted him for a good like 2 hours. I'm pretty sure he's still lost in Sheffield somewhere, just roaming about.
No, for real, I've seen that guy. Like, he's interesting because on some level, like with all due respect to the martial artists out there, he's clearly mild autistic.
Oh.
But at least, but it's like it's interesting how he entered, and I kind of gauged from the context that probably like his got like autism, but then like with all due respect, like
but he said some stuff though. He's clever. He's just like. I feel like he's the kind. It's like like myself, in a way. Like when you're just addicted to drama and you just go towards drama. You get what I mean? He knows. It's like he knows it's unhealthy for him, but he keeps going towards dramatic situations that you should just not be in.
What he said was wild, wasn't it? He came in with glasses. Like his glasses, like the opening, the bottleneck on this is like quite wide, but his eye pupils look bigger than that.
That That was some binoculars he had.
The guy had like magnifying glasses.
Bruh, that was some serious Sherlock Holmes. Like, that's what Sherlock Holmes, the cartoon, was using to find shit. The guy got his but
it was interesting, like, how he penetrated the conversation, because like we were interacting.
Yeah.
But it was on like kind of like a coherent system, like, you know, we like agreed to each other from a distance. But he did a social approximation. Shout out social distancing. He did social approximation, and his social approximation was just like seamless. He literally just came and just stood, and he was just like. And the thing is, he didn't even say like, oh yeah, what, I actually think blah blah. He just literally like. I don't know. He just hit like topics. You know? I can't even. It was like the levels of pattern disruption were actually unreal.
We were talking about like, like doing like just like meeting people and just talking, and then he came out with like, oh yeah, I almost got killed. You know, I was like, what? Like, bruh, like, what? And then he came out with the story, you know, about his girl that ended up just wanting him for money. And then kicking him out and almost beating him up, like, and he was like, yeah, I have a scar on my face, like this scar, yeah, she gave it, it's just like 2 weeks, like a week ago. I'm like, dude, why are you still out of your house? If I met a girl online that everything was cushy, and then after a month she turned into a drug addict, and then she scammed me for money and beat me up, and doesn't want to give me back the money, bro, I'm in my house. I am going through anxiety. Like I'm still so going through a breakup, and I'm just like I'm still like getting through like society and like trying not to be like that person that's like, oh, you hurt my feelings. Bro, if I did that and someone did that to me, bro, I'm never leaving. I'm going back home. I'll be like, Mom, you got your wish. I'm never leaving. Get me a husband. Send me back. I'm ready to have kids. Let's get over and done with.
That would be, to be honest, with the stories we were saying were quite heavy, weren't they?
It was so heavy. I felt so bad for him. I was like, dude, you actually need help, you know. But then he came out with like obviously his backstory and like how he battling like depression and stuff. And I'm like, I get it. Because like, to be honest, like people that have been in toxic situation all their life, that's all you know, and that's all you gravitate towards. Even though you know like that's not good for you. You just stick there in it because that's all
it's
you
comfort
know.
Zone.
Exactly.
It's the uncomfortable comfort zone. But dude, what he said that made me laugh, like absolutely, it was just when he said that he said that she wouldn't let him out of the house, and then he went. What did he say? He's like, I told her like, look over there, and then he's like, I knew I was smarter than that dumb bitch. I said, you look over there, and then like down the street, and it's just.
So the girl wasn't gonna let him leave the house until he gave her the money in his pocket, and he was like, well, but you're not gonna give it back to me. And she was like, yeah, but give it to me. And then he was like, okay, I will give it to you, but you have to let me leave. And the girl was like, yeah, give me the money. But he knew that if he gave her the money, she wouldn't let him leave. So he said, look over.
The fact when he told me that, you know how hard I was finding it not to just like hysterically laugh when he said that.
Bro, I laugh. I'm not gonna lie. Like if you tell me, even though like you said like a story, and at the end of the story you're like, oh, my grandma died.
Yeah.
If that story is funny, I'm sorry, I will laugh. But I'll be like, oh, I'm so sorry your grandma died. However, bro, the situation leading up to that, like, you know that your grandchildren will be laughing.
I think I fucked up, by the way, because I can't remember if capoeira is at 7 or 6. I might have actually missed the class. C'est la vie. I'm still trying to. It's bugging me out that I can't remember this girl's name, because I like follow like
Serena.
on Instagram. Serena. Sama. What's the email address if we've got any like swinger supporters out there?
My email address is blast.lane@aol.com.
AOL.net.
Should I actually make that? That's actually quite weird. Like imagine setting up the camera. Like I like how the camera is there though. It's actually quite cool.
It's really fitting, man.
It's actually
I'm gonna order lavalier mics tonight, because then at the end of the day, like if we get lovely on mics, so I can actually put the audio with it.
Yeah.
Then like there might be people that are tuning in just to, like because they like us,
Yeah.
or like you, like your friends like you, or like my friends like you, and then they connect and they actually listen.
I got
to
no friends.
Hashtag Bebo friends. Hashtag give me your loves on Bebo. Actually, I wonder how long you could make episodes here.
We can
before
get
they
away. We get away with it.
actually put like, say we did an episode of this, it could
Yeah.
literally be like 30 minutes
Yeah.
long of just talking pure
Absolute
wham. But
Donkey
then
Kong.